Right, let's start. So we're going to either lie down or sit down and put the ball kind of either between your breasts or just above your boobs. So let the ball rest, or the squishmallow, or whatever you've got available. That's it. Well done. And then I'd like you to gently breathe into the ball and feel the expansion of the chest kind of around the ball and into the ball. So it's either between the boobs or on top of the boobs or just above, wherever you find more comfortable. And balls or squishmallows are perfect for this because they're nice and soft, because lots of us get costochondritis and all sorts of yucky feelings on our chests. So nice deep breaths into the ball. And imagine how your rib cage is expanding sideways to almost wrap around that ball as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, and if you feel comfortable too, feel free to close your eyes as you do this. That's it. Is that someone's Ring doorbell? Motion detected.
Sorry, that was mine. I'll put it on mute.
It's all good, Carol. It's online. Nice deep breaths. And if you're getting woozy at all, feel free to breathe normally for a bit as your body adjusts. One more big one. And then bring the ball down towards your abdomen. And it's around kind of belly button area. And when I say ball, I mean everything, whatever you've got available, cushions, squishmallows, anything. So, and I'd like you to now breathe into that ball. Feel the expansion of the tummy into the ball. Almost as though your tummy is pushing the ball away from you as you breathe in. And then remove the ball for a little bit and maybe have a little bit of a wiggle and have a breath. And you may feel as you're breathing, you might have a bit more feeling of capacity, lung capacity as you're breathing, because now you don't have this thing to press against. So what you've done is you've worked your intercostal muscles, so you've strengthened them a little bit, but you've also increased the flexibility to almost wrap around that ball. So I'm hoping you feel like you can breathe a bit easier. And then the alternative to this, which I do quite a lot, I'm not going to do it today, is this one. So the ball underneath the armpit and breathing that way into the ball. And that's another really nice way of working to expand your lungs into your rib cage. Really helps to open up the intercostal muscles. So I'll do that with you next week if you like, because it's really nice. Right, momentum. So we talked about momentum last week. And there's lots of controversy across Pilates instructors about momentum, okay? So there's a lot of snobbery in the Pilates industry. And some Pilates instructors, if they saw what I was teaching, they would be like, oh, that's not proper Pilates. And do we care? No, we don't. Because is it good for us? Does it feel good? Yes. So there we go. So Pilates is supposed, well, two of the key principles of Pilates are control and precision. This is why I have notes in front of me. Control and precision. So using momentum kind of bashes through control and precision, doesn't it? Oh God, get your words out. So you can see why people would think momentum's a bit rubbish when you need to be using control and precision. However, in my head and with my Pilates, I do think momentum can help with accessibility of moves, and I will demonstrate what I mean by that. It can help us learn new moves as well. It can also really help release tension, and I'll show you some moves for that, and also play and fun. And I do genuinely believe that somehow we need to get some fun in our lives. So I'm all about a bit of fun. So the first one, and you'll see where the fun comes in here, isn't appropriate for people who've got osteoporosis in their spines, okay? But I'm going to show it to you so you can see where momentum comes in, and if it's appropriate to you, you can try it if you want to, and I have an alternative as always for it. So there's this move in Pilates that I don't really like doing, and it's the rollover technique like this. And I hate it, and I never ever teach it because I genuinely think it's not that amazing for your backs, especially if you've got a big tummy, because the curve of the spine coming over the tummy, I'm sure, can cause damage, but also the weight of your body on your spine like that is not ideal. And also people tap their feet all the way down to the floor. I just think it's crazy. But it's really nice to get your bottoms off temporarily off the floor and feel your roll on the floor. So I used to really struggle getting my bum up when I first learned Pilates. So I was taught the knickers on, knickers off technique, which is this. So it's like having your knickers here and then pulling them up and then pulling them down. And that's momentum getting in that position. Okay? So knickers on, knickers off. What you need to look out for is your back and your neck here. So as you come here, you come to your shoulders, but you don't come as far as your neck and your head, okay? Because that isn't amazing. So if you want to try the knickers on, knickers off technique, if you think it would be good for you, then feel free, but make sure you've got clear space behind you as you're here and you're pulling them on and pulling them off. And notice I'm not going very far as I'm lifting my buttocks up and down. So that's for you if you want to try it. And it's even better fun in bed as well. Knickers on, knickers off. What I meant by that is the bounciness of the bed. So before I get into trouble. Right, so the other version of this is the knickers on like this and the knickers off. And it's not as fun really, is it? But it's not damaging to your spine as you do this, and you could lift and then down. Yeah. Oh! And you really feel your tummy activating when you do this. Whichever version you're doing, you will feel your tummy as you do it. That's it. Yay! Very nice. So I'm seeing lots of control too. So I'm seeing lots of this. Ooh, and there's loads of control there. Okay, so that's the fun and play aspect, and also trying to enable you to get into a move. The next one, small momentum for rolling up, and this is what we talked about last week, because a roll up is when you're here and you gently roll up from the floor, and it's a really hard move to do. We need our tummies to be quite strong in order to do it, because it's the abdomen that's enabling us to get up. So what you can do to enable you to get up is the momentum. Did you see that? It was kind of the arms flinging forward to give me that momentum to come up. If I wasn't going to use momentum, so it's impossible. So this is another technique. Why momentum's helpful. So if you want to give it a go, feel free to do that one. Alternative to that one is this one here, where your heads are behind your hands are behind your head, and you're gently lifting and then lowering down like this. So keeping it small and gentle. I love having a cushion underneath my head for this one, because I feel like my neck. Oh!
Sorry, I didn't laugh.
That was Stanley, bless him. Oh, are you okay, little one? Did that scare you? Yes.
Oh,
Not very well at all. Right. Can I have my mat? There you go. Good boy. You can go in that bed. Okay. Right.
oh.
So I love a cushion to do this because I find you can rest your head in the cushion and still get that gentle lift of the shoulders up off the mat slowly and down. Okay? So give that one a go if you want. So you've got this one here, or the full-on momentum up and then back down again. Okay. And if you're here just for the laugh, that's wonderful too. I love it to see people resting. Yes. The other thing I really found with this, and I was taught it by someone, was the magic towel technique. So imagine this is quite a thin towel, like a hand towel folded. And if you put that just kind of behind your buttocks, as you roll up, you might find it a lot easier to come up because your tummy can press into the whatever you've got available. Ugh. So look, it's even enabled me to come up without using momentum. So that's an option too, for those of you who fancy it. Yeah. So it's,
Leanne,
yes,
hi. I'm obviously not really doing it today. I'm just
that's fine.
here
I'm
for,
glad you're here.
here for the lulls and the breathing. But do you have a view with momentum about hipping?
About what?
Hipping?
What's hipping?
Oh, okay. You know we do the pelvic tilts.
Yes.
If you're lying flat on your back, as well as throwing your arms forward, you can change your. So the kip would be you've tucked your pelvic bone towards your nose, and then, or the other way around. Hang on. Yes. Yeah. You push your back down and tilt your pelvis forwards, and then when you throw your arms, you let your pelvis go back. It's called kipping. They do it. I think I got it the right way round.
I've never heard of it. Oh, we're going to do
It's a
stuff for
it's a CrossFit thing. It makes it faster and saves energy
Ooh,
if you're doing sit-ups or pull-ups or
I'll look at
anything that is supposed to be controlled and precise.
yeah,
But you get extra momentum from your hips.
because we can bring that in next week, see if we can have a play with our hips. Thank you. So it's kipping, K-I-P-P?
Kipping.
Right. Okay.
And within the CrossFit movement, there are the purists who think that it's awful.
Yeah.
And there are the others who go, yay, I can go faster and with less energy.
So there's snobs in other industries too.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, that's helpful to know. Thank you. Right, the other way of using momentum in a class, and does anyone get restless legs?
Yes.
Yeah. Quite a common thing, unfortunately, when you've got long-term health conditions. So this one I like to do as well. So if you bring your toes together and turn your heels away from each other, that's the distance your legs need to be. And you can obviously sit up if you prefer, or you can lie down or lean back against your hands. And then by bringing the toes together gently, not too hard, as you do this, that can release so much tension, and it can really help your legs settle with restless legs. That's it. And I have tried and tested this one, and I genuinely think it works. So I've got no idea what it's called though. Toe tapping. So you're really using momentum here to find a rhythm. So you're finding the rhythm that works for you to release tension. And the other version of this, which is where I was wondering where Anne was going, was this one. And we've done this before. So you're lying down and you're pointing and flexing the feet to find a jiggle in your body. And that's another really nice way to release tension. I mean, I love this one because I feel my belly going up and down, and it's lush. That's it. It's quite nice. So give that a go if you want to, or give the toe tapping a go. And feel how that momentum is actually a really soothing thing to do, whichever version you're doing.
Can I give a safety warning on the toe tapping?
Yeah,
Don't get too enthusiastic like I just did, because your toe joints can pop just like everything else.
they certainly can. So you know when I said here, get them to just about touch like this, and then do it, then that should in theory stop that from happening. And is it all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh. Yeah, I hear you. Okay, so momentum isn't teaching, it isn't cheating, it's just another tool up our belt to help us do Pilates together. So I definitely think there's a move for it, and it just helps you get things accessible when you need it. So I'm going to look up kipping because I'm intrigued, and I'll bring it into next week's class. Have you got any questions about momentum? No? So it's quite fun. Did you see the element of the play and how it could make things accessible for you to get into the move? Yeah, okay, right. Inner thighs. So we are going to work our inner thighs today, starting with lying down on the floor and one knee bent in the air. That's it. And this one, if having your leg up in the air is rather difficult for you, you can hold on to it, or you could put a belt underneath it or a band to stabilise the leg so you're not using so many muscles here. So you've got your knee up. I want you to externally rotate the knee. So it's a small external rotation of the knee. And you can keep that knee bent, or you could lengthen the leg. Okay, you choose what works for you. Now you're going to work all your stability muscles as you circle. So you've got your leg slightly rotated outwards as you circle, smooth and slow. That's it. Is anyone getting a clunk in the front of their hip? No? Okay, good. If you do, don't worry, it's called snapping band syndrome, which sounds awful, doesn't it? But it's not a dangerous thing.
That's really
Yeah,
good.
I am getting a clunk.
Ah, okay, so it's a muscly, tendony thing. It's like the tendons tripping over the muscle.
Okay.
So it's not awful, but keep it smaller if you do get it. And then circle the leg the other way. So the traditional version of this is where the other leg is lengthened. This leg would be up towards the sky, but I don't have that flexibility as we do those circles like this, stabilising. And some people teach it like this, so lifting the hip, circling it all the way around and back again. So that's a traditional version, lift, circle, but when you circle away, your spine still stays connected to the mat and back. So there's quite a few versions of that. And then when you're ready, hug the knee in towards your chest and take some deep breaths. Okay, then we're going to go over to the other side. So reset your spine again. Lift the leg to the sky, knee folded first. So find your external rotation. And if you want to, lengthen the leg as well, as we gently circle. Smoothly and slowly. So you're working on stabilising your body. So see how still you can get your trunk as you circle that leg around. Some of you may need to activate the leg a little bit to stop the kneecap from dislocating. So having a slight bend to the knee also helps there. And circle the other way as well. Emily, brilliant use of band there. Best face.
Reach my knee.
Yeah.
Between the tummy and the thigh meat, I just can't reach my knee.
Yeah, it's ideal. And then when you're ready, hug that knee in towards your chest and take a breather. Nice deep breaths. Chloe, that's a good idea. If you want to, while you're here, you could circle the ankle too. Then you're getting two for the price of one. So, okay, then we're going to put something underneath our buttocks. And it could be a cushion, it could be a ball. Just something to lift the buttocks a little bit off the floor. And if you find that your balls are a bit wobbly, feel free to hold on to the ball, as long as you keep your shoulders in joint. There you go, safety message, shoulders in joint, please. And then we're going to bring the knees up one at a time into this position, which is nice and wobbly on the ball. That's it. And we're going to externally rotate at the knees, at the hips, and squeeze the heels together and then release. So gentle squeeze and release. So it's teeny tiny. It looks to me like we're doing nothing at all as we squeeze and release. So that's one version. Or you could lengthen the heels to the sky in Charlie Chaplin mode, so where the heels are together and the toes are out. That's it. If you need more stability, by the way, you don't have to hold the ball. You could use your arms in T instead if you want. Now this is another warning, don't go too hard on this. Okay, so we're going to use momentum to tap the heels together, externally rotating. So it's the heels that tap as you're doing this, and very softly. So you're bringing those inner thighs together as you tap, 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 tap. That's it. So I'm going very small as I'm doing this, because then it won't cause any pain or bruising. That's it. And then take a break. Did anyone notice that they felt a little bit hot because they were moving a bit faster? Yeah. And the next version is in this very attractive pose here, as we bring the knees towards each other and back again. If that doesn't work for you, you can do this on the floor with your feet on the floor, bringing the knees together and releasing them outwards. Or if you want more, so you've got the knees on the floor, knees together and back, or you've got this version, so you're still externally rotated, so we're getting those inner thighs as you bring them together and then back out again. The other alternative is heels to sky, externally rotated, and swap and release. So it's like a cross, cross and open, cross. Can I just say, please make sure you don't open your legs too wide, because we don't need to be extending the tendons, ligaments between our legs. We're just working the inner thighs. Cross, cross. Well done. I love that we're all doing something different right now. This is amazing. Well done, everyone. And then one more. And release the legs back down. And here you might want to sway the hips or knees side to side. That's it. Okay, now extracting the balls or cushions or pillows and bring them between your inner thighs. And we're going thighs as opposed to knees. So often when we do ball squeezes with our thighs, we're often bringing our knees together, but not actually activating the inner thighs. So I want you to see if you can squeeze your pillow or your squishmallow or your ball without your knees moving at all. So see if you can get the thighs to activate around that ball and then release without the knees moving. Have a look down at the ball as well if you've got a ball. Quite often it gets like bulbous and shiny when you squeeze it. That's it. Sorry, can't help it. Oh, nice big squeezes. Can you all feel your thighs
Oh yeah.
shaking as well?
So,
Yeah. So it's very effective, this one. Go on, see how still you can get them. Even have a look, because your proprioception might be telling you that they're still. So your knees are still and your thighs are squeezing. Okay, now for the fun part. Bit of momentum. We're going to pulse against the ball. And so this time you can use your knees. So we're going to squeeze into the ball and out like this. So creating a bit of heat between the legs. That's it. Nice and fast. That's it. And then release. Do you feel that warmth? Woof. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? And then we're going to breathe out and squeeze. Take a breath in. Breathe out and release. Breathe in. Breathe out and squeeze and hold. Breathing in. Breathe out and release. That's it. So we're going really slowly with those holds. And then extract those things between your thighs and open your thighs away from each other with your feet together. That's it. If anyone's been lucky enough to have a smear test, you will recognise this position. That's it. And then I'd like you to lift the knees and float them down. So you're doing a butterfly. So we're doing this because a lot of the people in this group have hypermobility or a form of hypermobility or EDS. So doing this means that we're doing this with control, but we're not stretching out the ligaments and tendons. That's it, but we're getting that mobility. Okay, right. Lying on our sides. Let's lie to the side and bring the ball underneath the top knee. So ball or cushion. Under top knee, knees in front of your body. And that bottom leg, if it's comfortable for you to do so, lengthen it. Now, I'm just going to say, I am working you really hard. The things that we're doing are quite concentrated. So if you now just want to lie here and chill, that's fine too. All right, you're with us and it's really nice to have you here. So we're here and I'd like you to push down on the cushion or ball that's underneath you and push that knee forward and then push down and bring it back. So it's a very small move, pushing forward and bringing it back. Good noises. And at some point you might need to adjust your balls to get them in just the right place. So pushing down, forward and back. And then we're going to return, so our hips are almost stacked. Okay, they don't have to be 100% stacked. They definitely won't be backwards here, but they might be a little bit forward. And then this bottom leg, flex the heel and gently lift and lower the bottom leg, keeping the leg straight as you lift and lower. If you're not getting any height, that's fine. Okay, I don't want you to worry about height. It's the activation of those muscles. So I can activate these muscles and still feel them working, even without them moving as I release and lift. So Emily, brilliant. Your body.
All I could feel is the knee on my bottom leg rather than what it's been.
Okay, so what you might need to do is bend the knee a little bit to support your knee better.
Okay.
Because what happens is if your leg is too extended or even hyperextended, your kneecap isn't very supported because it doesn't have the muscles holding it in place. Such a good point.
Yeah, I'm feeling this here.
That could be the position you're in. So let's all try the other version, which is the torpedo. So this is the torpedo, and this is also where I don't expect anyone to have height. So we're going to breathe in and exhale as we lift both legs up and then release. This is another one where it helps to have your knees slightly soft, to keep your kneecaps in place as you lift and release. That's it. So does that feel any better for your back because you are...
I can only feel it here.
Yeah, brilliant.
Same spot. It's right here.
Can you, is it just above your hip?
It's right behind my hip, right in.
With that one, Emily, you might need to go forward a bit with your legs, because what's happening is your back's trying to do the lifting instead of your tummy and your inner thigh.
My tummy's looked at my legs and said, "No way."
It can, if you feel here, just so feel just above your hips,
Yeah.
your waist a bit of a squeeze. As you lift, you'll feel it harden underneath your fingers.
All the lifting is in my back.
Yeah. So Emily, for now, you're better doing this one here. So you're here, and you're better.
Better sit.
Yeah, because I don't want you to feel it in your back. So torpedo, woo, and back.
Yeah, that I can.
Well done, Emily, for listening to your body as well. Right, the next one is, oh, we need to roll over to the other side. So, I'm going to have a glug between.
I've got a hospital appointment in literally like 5 minutes.
What, online?
A phone call.
Cool. Just mute if they ring.
Yeah, be cool.
It's all good. It's all good. So putting your knee on the ball. That's it. Well done for drinking, you stars. So knee on ball, and we're going to gently push on the ball as we roll it forward and back. That's it. So smoothly and slowly. Well done. And then roll that ball back so your hips are nearly stacked. Flex at the heel to gently lift and lower. Or should I say activate the inner thigh to pretend that you're lifting and lowering. Keep the knees soft when you do this to look after those kneecaps. That's it. So really smoothly and slowly, and we're not doing too many reps because of the warmth. That's it. And then we're going to go into torpedoes again. So your knees are soft, your legs are lengthened. If you want to bring them slightly forward from your body, please feel free. Taking a breath. Exhale and lift. And lower, breathing in. Exhale and lift. Feel in your waist as well. And lower. Well done, Asta. That's it. So remember, the alternative is the small lift here instead. And I do think torpedo is one of the more advanced Pilates moves. Can you feel it? I think it's a lot harder. Emily says
I
yes.
can do it on this side.
Can you? Hey!
Do it on this side, but the other side, no way.
Oh,
I have one messed up dumpling.
did I hear Carol's voice then?
I
No.
said I don't know how you're doing it.
Oh,
It's so hard.
it is hard, isn't it? Can I just remind you, I've been doing this for years. Right. And we've got time. We've got time for stretching. So if you feel comfortable to, feel free to sit up. You can do this lying down as well, where you bring your foot to the inner part of your other leg. And it can be anywhere. It can be up here, it can be lower down. So you've got that external rotation here. This can be done lying down, as I said. So like that as well. Okay? So you've got one thigh nice and open, and then I'd like you to sit up as tall as you can. So you've got nice height, and you're using your tummy to lift up as well. And if it feels available to you, slide the hand down the lengthened leg as you breathe, and then slide that hand back again. So that's it, a small subtle move, flexing the foot as you slide down And slide back again. And one more like this. Then return. And we're going to swap sides. So one leg lengthened, the other wherever you want that foot to go. Sitting as tall as you can, lifting up, flexing the foot. And slide. That's it. And release. If you're lying on your back doing this, you could be doing this and you could be gently doing this one instead. So open and close. And also this feels nice too, the lifting and lowering here. And then we're going to do some side stretches because we used our waist quite a lot today. So sitting tall if it's available to you. I'll give you an alternative if you're lying down. We're going to gently reach, breathing in. Remember your arm can be here instead if you prefer. And swap sides. So if you're lying down, we tend to go for the plucking the grapes from the vineyard and stretching the feet in the opposite direction, like this. And then take a moment to breathe. So if this feels good to you, feel free to do it. Or if you're lying down, you could sway your knees gently side to side. Okay, so you choose whatever is good for you today. And then coming up back nice and tall, or lying down. We've got a little bit of a relaxation before the end of the class, so it's quite a small grounded one. So Em, you might want to mute just in case your phone rings. Ready?
I do that. How do I mute?
Are you on a laptop?
Yeah.
Usually bottom left there's a microphone.
Okay.
You should be able to click on. Yeah, you did it. Well done. So lying or sitting. And we're just going to help you reconnect with the present moment and with how amazing your body is. And we're going to promote those feelings of calm and stability, but also making sure that you can leave with enough energy to get through the rest of the day. Starting with feeling your body and the points of contact with your body between you and the floor or the bed. And then with your toes, wiggle the toes. And you might want to curl them and uncurl them. Just a few times. And spend a few moments noticing the sensations in your feet. And if it's available to you, you could put your feet flat on the floor. That's it. And if your feet aren't flat on the floor, but your bum is, imagine your bum rooting itself to the ground. And so I want you to imagine roots growing from the soles of your feet or from your buttocks and extending down into the earth and anchoring you with the earth. And notice the solidness and the support of the ground beneath you. And then visualize the earth's energy flowing up through your roots and into your body, providing you with stability and strength and energy to get through the rest of your day. And in your mind, I want you to imagine you're keeping that connection with the earth. So you're getting what you need from it in terms of the energy and stability. But you can move your feet into a more comfortable position if you want to now. And then take slow, deep breaths. Inhaling through your nose. Exhaling through your nose if it's available to you. And as you inhale, imagine drawing in the earth's energy. And as you exhale, imagine releasing tension. Inhaling joy. And exhaling any stress or pain, anything that doesn't serve you, just releasing it down into the ground. Inhaling. And exhaling. And then when you're ready, gently open your eyes and turn your head side to side so you're making contact with the room and everything around you again. Nice and smooth and slow. And then bring yourself up nice and tall, or stay where you are if you want to stay in your bed. As you reach your hands up towards the sky, breathing in. And exhale, press the hands down past your chest as you just bring so much appreciation to your love of fun and momentum and also your gorgeous inner thighs. Well done, everybody.